Welcome to our tutorial about creating a drawing in Autodesk Inventor. Let's start by creating a part. I'm going to close my sketch with a tangent arc. Now let's activate the Circle tool. We'll create a circle right about here. And let's apply some dimensions. Scroll down in the panel bar, General Dimension. 1/2 inch radius on our tangent arc. OK. And this circle, a diameter of 3/4 inch. OK. An angular dimension here, 135 degrees. OK. The length of this line, let's say 1/2 inch. OK. And the last dimension here, 1 3/4 inch. In our status bar at the bottom of the workspace, we see that 2 dimensions are still needed. Let's apply a coincident relation between this point and this point. Now our sketch is fully constrained. Let's exit the sketch, return, activate the Extrude tool. Let's select a profile, enter a value of 3/4 inch. Click OK. Let's create a second sketch now. We'll select this face. We're going to select Look At and click this face again. Now let's activate the Circle tool. Let's find the center point. As you see the point turn green, that was the center point. Right-click, Done. Now let's activate the Trim tool. We're going to trim this circle, and we'll use the Line tool to create a shape. Let's close this profile. Right-click, Done. And let's apply a collinear relation between this edge and this line. We only need 1 dimension so far, as we see in the status bar. Let's activate the General Dimension tool. Let's enter a value of 1/8 inch. OK. Now let's exit the sketch, activate the Extrude tool, select the profile, cut. Let's enter a length of 1 3/4 inch. Click OK. Now before we create a drawing, we need to save our part. If we don't do so, Inventor will prompt us to do this. Let's go ahead and skip this step for now, and let's create a drawing document. We'll choose a base view. As you see, Part 2 already appears here. Currently, it's the only open part. If we didn't have a part open, we're able to browse for it. Let's cancel out for now. On the right-hand side of this dialog window, we can choose the orientation. Currently, orientation is set at front. When I mouse over the sheet, we get a preview. Let's try a top orientation, right, and so on. Let's stick with front. A scale. Let's use a scale of 3:1. We can select from a number of different styles as well. When I've finished setting up my drawing view parameters, I simply left-click on the sheet document. At this point, Autodesk Inventor prompts me to save the part first. I'll click OK. Let's accept the default location and click Save. Now let's go to Project View. I'm going to create 3 more views. Isometric. Right-click, Create. Now we're ready to apply some dimensions. Let's go to the General Dimension tool. We'll create an angular dimension here. We need a dimension between the center of the circle and this edge. The overall width, radius here, the last dimension between the center of the circle and this edge. After we're done, right-click and done. Now we can reposition the dimensions if needed. And this concludes our tutorial about creating a drawing.